Alright, my battery in the Nissan Pathfinder has finally died. It's been dying for the last few weeks, and obviously it waited until it was below -20 with some snow on the ground to finally decide that it cannot start the car. So in this video, I'm going to go over how to test your battery and then obviously replace your battery. For this, I'm going to use this battery load tester, and I do have links in the description for this one, and they have digital ones as well if you're more into digital things. I do like this analog version. It also tests the strength of your alternator. So I'm going to first put the positive and negative terminals on. You can see it looks like it's got full voltage, and I guess it kind of does. I have charged the battery since it failed to start. And then when I hit the test button, you can see that it goes right down through the weak into the bad. And then in fact, it goes into the weak bar of the 6-volt battery. So very weak battery. And like I said, it's been a few weeks. It's kind of hesitant in starting. And then once it hit -20 overnight, it just did not start the vehicle at all. The other thing about it is if you do the 10-second test on this thing, it'll also knock the voltage way down on the battery. But anyway, the battery's no good. I did do about 5 different charges over the course of about a week, and it would start well once, and then after that it would be a really sluggish start for every subsequent start until it was charged again. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove the battery retention bracket. Then I'm going to take off the negative battery terminal and remove those little felt washers, and then obviously I'm going to remove the positive battery terminal and then just get it out of there. So I went and got a Costco battery. I found it was the cheapest, and then I put it on my charger to ensure that it had a full charge. I'm going to use the battery load tester on this battery as well to show you the difference between a new battery and a 5-year-old battery. So positive to the positive, negative to the negative, and then I'll do the 10-second test here with the load button. And the load button simulates the starter, and you can see that it's not going into the weak. It should have 750 cold cranking amps, so you can see that it's still within that 750 amp range and not going into the weak range. The other option, you can use a multimeter. Really, it's just going to tell you the voltage on the battery. You could do some other things with the multimeter as well, but generally speaking, I would just go with the load tester. They're actually not that expensive. And you can see that the new battery has higher voltage as well. In my case, it's a Type 35 battery. Obviously, if you have a different type of vehicle, you might need a different size and configuration on your battery. I will put the little plastic sleeve around the battery. I don't really think that that thing does very much. And then I'll do the retention bracket. Now, whatever retention system your vehicle uses, you definitely want to use it when you put your new battery back in. Reason being, if you get in an accident, you don't want your battery flying around inside the vehicle, potentially causing some damage. So bolt it down using your vehicle's battery retention system. This one consists of 2 rods. Each of the rods have hooks at the bottom, and there is a hole that those hooks go through, and those holes are in the battery tray that the battery is sitting in, and then obviously just tighten up the bolts. Now I did have some problems. My positive battery terminal broke, so I made a whole video on how to change battery terminals already. But anyway, the other thing I'm using here is dielectric grease, some of those battery terminal washers or battery terminal protectors. And then, like I said, I obviously did have to get a new positive battery terminal, which I have another video on linked in the description. But here's the positive battery terminal. It is the first one you put on. And you can see that I put the red washer on the positive side and the green washer on the negative. And the first terminal I'm going to bolt down to the battery is the positive terminals. So I'm doing it in the reverse order of the removal. Once that positive's on and not moving around, I'll take the negative battery terminal and bolt it down. Now, you will notice that I do have a shim on the negative battery terminal. What I found was I couldn't get the negative tight enough on the post that it would actually stay in place. It would always be loose on the post. So I did shim the negative battery terminal. You can buy battery terminal protector. I just figured a can of that would last too long. So I'm just using dielectric grease on a Q-tip, and basically I'm just lubing up all of the exposed parts on the battery terminal once everything's put back together. Then I'm going to take that plastic piece, put that back on the positive terminal, and then moment of truth, obviously it's going to start the car up. And I've had no issues with Costco battery, works fine. I do have some extra lights on the dash because my vehicle's a little bit confused once the battery comes out. But once you go for a few drives or start the vehicle once or twice with the new battery in, it should clear up all those bonus lights on the dashboard. Anyway, thanks for checking out my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.